We spanked that Celtic ass.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Big Game James. Big Game, you probably have a message for Cornbread as well, but you talked from the heart in the pregame show about what this rivalry has meant to you over the past 40 years. And, and even though this has been very disappointing January, you start a new month and no LeBron, no AD, 15.5 points against the number one team in the league, Boston Celtics, who were 22-2 at home. And for a night, at least, you have to be so happy and so proud of this team from top to bottom and just the effort that they gave from the jump. Big Game.
You know, I think we found our starting lineup for the rest of the season.
Okay, crazy.
I think this is it. With this,
you so trust and trade AD and LeBron.
I ain't said nothing about trade, Rob. But I'm saying I think we found our starting lineup. Listen, it goes to show you guys who are drafted into the NBA. See them play often, whether they're practice players, you don't get to see them. They're professionals and they can play. And tonight against the Celtics, we saw an example of that. Guys who kept their phone on, they answered the call, and they just simply went out and played hard, Geeter. That's all you can ask. Go out and play hard, and that's what they did. Statistically, it was crazy. I think they shot 52% from three, 19. They only had 7 turnovers, Geeter.
Yeah.
And played great defense and only committing 8 fouls the whole game. Austin Reaves didn't have a turnover.
Yeah.
32 points. Just an amazing 7 of 10 from behind the line. But I really thought the guy that I really loved tonight, and Rob has one too, but mine was Hayes. He had 6 offensive rebounds, 11 total, 16 points, I believe.
Season high in rebounds and points for him.
And they just played the game the way you're supposed to be played. These are the guys that get the starters ready to play in games. That's what you saw tonight. These guys that came off the bench, and they were ready. And they probably felt like, okay, AD and LeBron's not playing. They probably felt like they were going to get disrespected, and they came out and took care of business. And they did it in fashion. I thought it was the way they should play for the rest of the season. They should play this way. Defense, move the ball, and get victories.
Right now, there's so many Laker fans tuning into the show right now. It's like, is this score right? Yeah. Yes, this score is right.
Yeah.
And the reason this score is right, because if you watch how the Lakers played tonight, it was team basketball. I've never seen the ball move as quickly and as decisive as they did ever before. It wasn't like no thinking. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get the next pass to the next guy, and that guy, he already saw that this guy was gonna be the next guy open. The hockey assist was very prevalent tonight, and the way they moved the ball made everybody excited. And when you get excited on the offensive end, what do? You have activity on the defensive end. They played so well on the defensive end. They shut down Tatum. I don't even think did Brown even score tonight?
Yeah, Brown was 8 points, 4 of 12.
That's what I'm saying. That's an all-star.
And Tatum was not impactful the way he usually is.
And the way they played team defense, the hustle, the way they moved the ball, this, to me, is the best game they played all year because it was team-oriented. It was even though Austin Reaves went out tonight, but they moved the ball. They got everybody involved. They had a number of turnovers. This was almost, I hate to say it, perfect basketball.
If we have to start with someone, we go with Austin Reaves because it was one of those Austin games where he said, I'm taking over tonight. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do it on Boston's home floor. And this is why Laker fans love me. Because Big Game James said, I appreciate who's playing in this game. Let's go get it. And that's what he did. 32 points, a season high, 10 of 18, 7 of 10 from 3, Big Game.
There's a reason also why Steve Kerr chose him to play on the USA team. He had no turnovers tonight. That's saying a lot about him.
And for me, it's just like you go back to the IQ. We talk about it so much with Austin Reaves and the way he plays this game. And you would think, okay, he's going to go out and try to do too much because there's no LeBron, no AD. Nobody on this team try to do too much. They saw what AR was doing. It's like, let's just go to him. It's like, no, because I see so many teams where this guy's going off and they're like, well, I need to get my shots. I hadn't got my shots. It was just true team basketball, started by AR. And, even though he was hot, he was still getting other people involved. There's some shots we was in the green room saying, no, shoot that, you hot. Yeah. He moved it on and got a better shot. I always say this, you got good shots and you got great shots. Tonight, I think everybody on this team took great shots, and that's why they was winning this game.
I love that you always remind people, in many basketball players that I've talked to, starting with you, that have played with some of the greats to ever play the game and played on great teams. You have to sacrifice a lot when you are considered a role player. Yeah. And every single person that I've ever talked to in the game, including you, has said, sometimes it's really fun when the Stars take a night off because you get to remind everybody. I play.
My career high came when our Stars was out.
It's true, right? Because your role is different. Yeah. You don't want to play without those guys all the time, but your role is different when they are on the court. Yeah. Bottom line, right, James? You're going to get low volume.
Especially when you're on a great team.